By the grace of God, I am what I am. My name is Sarona. This is my husband, Anthony, our son, Nathaniel. We are now coming from UK, so we came for 1 week vacation just to share this testimony. Covenant life has taught me that all the blessings that I have in my life was because of the grace of God. I took the covenant on January 10th, 2025, when we came for our sister's marriage. And the main reason for taking the covenant was to get a work visa for me or my husband. I was on a student visa and he was my dependent in UK. After going to the UK, the rules had changed a lot and the salary threshold was increased to 37,400. At the time when the visa negotiations happened, my husband was told he won't be able to get the work visa because we are not meeting the salary threshold. And in July 2025, another rule came that increased the salary threshold again to 41K. And also, the rule also removed a lot of the skilled worker codes from the list. And my husband's role was an RFQ level 5 job, which did not allow dependents to have stay back in the UK. At that time, he started applying for other jobs, even though he received many offers with the new salary threshold. They were not ready to provide a work visa. And I renewed the covenant online on July 23rd after this new rule came in the UK. At that time, I came to know about the rosary procession that's going to happen in October, and I started preparing for that. And all this time, the negotiations were going on with his current company, and he was also attending other interviews as well. And on October 24th was the day he had a final meeting with his manager, and they told they can provide up to maybe 3 years, and more than that they will not be able to provide the work visa. And on October 25th, that's the date when the rosary procession that was happening here in Alleppey. And at the same time, it was very early in the UK, and I was reciting the whole rosary in the kneel down posture. And I attended the whole of the rosary online, and the coming on Monday, 27th of October, the HR came to him asking whether we should proceed with this visa or not. And his manager recommended him for 5-year visa. And it was a complete miracle for us, because we were told by the management to prepare mentally to go back to India. When he got the COS, that is the certificate of sponsorship, it had mistakes on his salary and his the passport expiry date. So usually if there are any mistakes in the COS, the visa approval takes up to 3 months. And in his case, the visa was approved within 3 weeks. And when he took the COS to the solicitor, even the solicitor told us that this might get refused. There is like 100%, he said the visa will get refused because we have applied for 5 years. And even though he said that, we prayed, and he applied it by himself, and it got approved for 5 years. And in terms of our dependent visa, it was also like approved in 7 to 10 days. And my visa approval came on the date when I was getting relief from my company because I didn't have like visa. So my contract was ending on December 19th. On the 18th, it was my farewell. On the day of my farewell, me and my son got the dependent visa. So the covenant has actually helped us grow in faith, So I have not seen my husband praying alone before, and now I do see him. After the prayer, he will do his own prayers, and also he started going to church during the lunch break. Whenever he goes to his workplace, there is a Catholic church nearby, so he visits the church every day whenever he goes to work. So he's doing like hybrid. So whenever he goes to the office, he goes to church to attend the Holy Mass. We have also started going for Holy Mass in Saturdays as well, even though the church is a bit far away. And before this covenant, we have not done much of charity works, but after taking the covenant, every month a portion of a salary is set aside for the charity works. And in terms of another thing I want to talk about was my son. So when I took the covenant, I also mentioned that he was not speaking very well. So I had mentioned to like help him with his speech, especially he was not toilet trained at that time. He was 4-year-old, and because he couldn't say that I want to go to toilet, he was not toilet trained. But then by February, after taking the covenant, and when I reached back home in the UK, like within 1 week he was fully trained, and after that I've seen a lot of development in his speech. And well, he is like tagged as one of the chatty child by his teacher in the school now. The blessed articles, I had taken 3 sets of the covenant paper back to the UK. And with the permission of the parish priest, there are some restrictions in giving out the leaflets in UK. So with the permission of the parish priest, but I just did not distribute to everybody. But after the Holy Mass on Sunday, there is a like tea party in the UK. So I personally told everybody like what are the blessings that Jesus is providing through the covenant life, how the covenant helps you grow in faith by applying all like how this is closely connected to the Catholic Church. Also, I have completed the whole like Bible in a year that was like podcasted. So I participated, like I have read in a 1 year. I have actually completed the whole Bible. In every day, half an hour, I used to read the Bible. So by Mother Mary's intercession, Jesus has blessed our life. And we, at this time, we are proclaiming that we will continue in the covenant life, and we will share this testimony with whoever we meet. Especially, I know some of my friends who are going through the same situations in the UK, especially with the visa changes. And I tell everybody that to take the covenant so that it helps you grow more spiritually. And we will forever be in this covenant life. And I have zero credit in this. Like I have gone through a stage where my merit was zeroed, and Jesus has actually lifted us from that point. And it was all because of the covenant, and it was by the intercession of Mother Mary, the miracle that as Jesus performed in our lives. So we will forever be in this covenant life.
From the book of Prophet Isaiah, chapter 65, verses 23 to 24. They will not labor in vain or bear children doomed to disaster, for they will be a people blessed by the Lord, they and their descendants with them. Even before they call, I will answer, and while they are still speaking, I will hear. Sarona and Anthony Fernandez are here to give their testimony over their miracle which Jesus had done for them during the time of their struggles and their negative time. They both were praying. They came here and took the covenant, and they went back to UK, and the miracle started when the intercession of Mother Mary had taken place in their life. They were struggling for working visa. They were struggling to remain there. How Mother Mary channelized the way they wanted to be in their way to stay over there in UK. So she was explaining how hard it was. But the thing is that they developed and they started to grow in spirituality. They came to know more about Jesus. They started to read the Bible. They started to search for Jesus. So it is a time, the covenant is a time, and it is vast. When we sink into the ocean only, we can understand how deep the love of Jesus is. Sarona and Anthony has understood. She already told that more than me, my husband became so spiritual. She never noticed that he was sitting and praying alone. So when we take the covenant, Jesus becomes so personal. It's for everybody is having that personal connection, personal relationship. One of the brothers was saying the testimony, and he was saying, I know Christianity is not a religion, it is a relationship. Yeah, Jesus become more closer to us. Mother Mary is leading us to Jesus. She will always hold our hands. And we saw that how Jesus was taking care for them. The day they were expiring their visa, they got it renewed. That was big miracle in there. So they could speak out properly and confidently that Jesus is with them. The covenantal life is a relationship. Whatever we ask, whatever we request, whatever we desire, Mother Mary will intercede for us and Jesus will grant us. So it is a promise for future and restore God's people. God always guiding the people in His own way. Maybe it may be struggle, there may be difficulties, but need not to be worried. Covenant is like that. We just mentioned Mother Mary, we are in struggle, and she takes up all the responsibility. Now the child was he had a speaking problem. It was not clear while he was talking. And at the age of 4, they started to apply the blessed oil and immediately started to talk. And I was talking to him, I was kidding with him. He knew more about Jesus, more about the parables. He was continuously talking, and I told Sarona, now he is not stopping. So when Jesus say Ephata, all the way he is asking us to open up. He is the one, Jesus is the one to open and share our experience to others. And the child got the blessing, because such is the kingdom of heaven. Let us give a big round of applause for Sarona's and Antony's testimony that Jesus and Mother Mary granted in their life. Let us give a clap for Jesus and Mother Mary and conclude this testimony.
അത്യപൂർവ ദൈവാനുഭവങ്ങൾ ഇനി നിങ്ങൾക്കും സ്വന്തം. ഈ യൂട്യൂബ് ചാനൽ ഇതുവരെ സബ്സ്ക്രൈബ് ചെയ്തിട്ടില്ലെങ്കിൽ ഇപ്പോൾ തന്നെ സബ്സ്ക്രൈബ് ചെയ്യുക. ഈ വീഡിയോ ഇപ്പോൾ തന്നെ നിങ്ങളുടെ സുഹൃത്തുക്കൾക്ക് ഷെയർ ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ട് കർത്താവിൻ്റെ പ്രേക്ഷിതരാകുക.